Hey guys, what's up? Reese here. I've got a new shoe pickup to talk about. This is one that I found actually at a Nike outlet. And, for me, I really like Nike outlets because sometimes you can find some really cool shoes that maybe just, for whatever reason they didn't sell at some store. They got sent back to Nike. They put them out at the outlet. All sorts of different reasons. Maybe they only have a few sizes left, whatever. But I was like looking at Nike outlets, although I find, it's either like some of the time, you'll find something really cool or a lot of really cool things, but then sometimes you just go in and there's absolutely nothing, and maybe it's because they don't have anything in your size, or sometimes they just have jack squat. But so I went to the Nike outlet in Castle Rock, Colorado. It's south of Denver, last weekend, and I was just kind of looking, didn't really have anything in mind, and I was looking through the main racks of shoes. And they had a few cool pairs, but nothing in size 13, so I was like, oh, well, okay, whatever. And then I just checked, if you've never been to a Nike outlet, they'll have a rack kind of along the back wall where they'll just have rows of shoes, and they'll just cut off the lid of the box so they can just sit there and you can see into the box. And they'll have them kind of sorted by size, and so I was looking through the size 13 section. And again, I wasn't really seeing anything that cool. I was like, well, I think I might just leave here without a pair of shoes. Because I don't just like to spend my money on shoes just to say, oh, I'll buy another pair of shoes. But then I found this pair. This is the Kobe VII, the Wolf edition. It is a mostly wolf gray shoe, obviously, makes sense, right? With total orange, black, white, and then like the lining is cool gray on the tongue. And I've got to be honest here, I generally hate Nike Kobe's. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people like them, and I've heard that especially the 8s are really comfortable for basketball. But since I mostly buy my shoes just to wear around, whatever, I go based on what I like in terms of style. And I don't know why, I've just never really liked the Kobe's. And the 7 was really no exception. I was not, when I saw the shoe, I was like, nope, don't like it. And I think part of the problem is I don't like low top basketball shoes generally, but I've never really liked how they look. But then I remember, I'm on Sneaker News fairly frequently, and I remember seeing this pair last year. And there's something about this colorway that I really, really like. I think it looks great on the shoe, and it makes the shoe actually look really nice, even though, like I said, I wasn't a fan of the 7. And, orange is my favorite color, so I think that definitely helps. And then the gray looks good. But so last year I was like, oh, hey, that actually looks cool for a Kobe. But I had a lot of stuff going on. I was finishing up senior year. There were some other shoes I wanted and whatnot, and so I didn't really worry about these. So release day came and went, and these obviously didn't. They're not a Jordan retro. They didn't sell out. I think even last summer you could still find them. But I just was never really that interested. There was always a better pair of shoes out there, I guess. So I didn't really think much about them. But then I saw them at the Nike outlet, and I was like, ooh, hey, I remember those. Those are actually really cool. And to make things even better, this is a shoe retailed for $140, and I got it at the outlet for $88, which is a fantastic deal for this shoe. I love it. The only thing I would maybe change is I feel like it would look cool with orange laces, but I kind of like the laces it has are kind of a thicker lace, and then they've got orange tips, so I don't know if I'm going to end up changing it. I might. I'm a big fan of lace swaps. But so we'll get a close-up look here of the shoe. The design features, and like I said, this didn't change my mind about Kobe's. I'm still really not a fan of them, but this particular pair, I love this colorway. It's fantastic. They're really comfortable. I haven't worn them too much. I just wore them around my hotel room, and I was like, oh, these are sweet. I gotta try them on. But I'm gonna be wearing them here shortly, and so we'll take a look now. I'll give you a close-up, go through some of the design aspects, and all that fun jazz. Okay guys, here we go with our up-close look of the Nike Zoom Kobe 7 Wolf Edition. We'll look at the right shoe. So the upper is made of cast polyurethane, I believe. I had to look that up because it's not a traditional shoe upper. But what I've heard is that it's really good in terms of durability and fit. And also it doesn't really, like leather can get scuffed or whatnot and crease. And this really does not show wear, which is, it's kind of nice if you want to keep your shoes looking fresh. It's got lines across it, like all the way across, and from the side, it's kind of like, what the heck? And I always saw these online and whatnot, and I never really understood what the point was, and I thought, I was like, that's stupid. But if you look at it kind of from this angle, you can see there's kind of a snakeskin pattern going on, which goes along with Kobe's nickname as the Black Mamba. So that's kind of a cool design feature, actually. And I didn't notice that until I put the shoes on, and then you look down and you're like, oh, makes sense. You can see flywire under there going to all the lace loops. Total orange swoosh. You've got a black midsole with little bits of wolf gray. And then white for the outsole with an interesting triangular pattern. And then up here you have the gray herringbone pattern. And I've heard that these are really good for traction. Again, I haven't really worn them much. You've got the carbon fiber shank for stability. You've got the Kobe logo right there in total orange. Coming back up here, these are just the entry-level Kobe 7s. So they come with the Play Fast insoles, because these had the interchangeable insole tongue thing going on with the possible ankle support for the Play Strong. So that's the insole tied to the tongue. You can take that out. Whatever. You've got it's a cool gray tongue with, again, it's got the snakeskin pattern. It's kind of hard for you to see, and then holes for breathability. Right here, the tip of the tongue has leather. That's wolf gray again with the total orange Kobe logo. And now the one thing I don't like about this insert is, like I said, it's a Play Fast, but I literally wore these for about 5-10 minutes around my hotel room just to see how comfortable they were and just to try them on, check them out in the mirror, like any good shoe person would do. And as you can see, it's already coming up back there. It should say Play, and it should have those lines further back, but they're already kind of coming up. And I understand, like, most insoles have, a jump man, a swoosh, whatever, and those rub off eventually, but I was literally wearing these for 5 minutes in a hotel room, so I wasn't doing anything, so that was a little disappointing. You've got your laces, and again, like I said, I think these would be kind of cool with orange laces, but I like, these aren't just a typical shoelace, they're kind of a thicker lace, and they've got the cool orange tips, so I don't know, I kind of like the laces, so I might keep them, we'll see. On the back of the shoe, well, you got a cool gray lining, but on the back of the shoe, then you've got this stability piece right here, which is a black hard material with Kobe's signature in orange. You've got the wolf gray back here with a cool gray wolf, and it's kind of a texture. It looks like kind of like rocks or something. It's a wolf standing on a mountain, or on not a mountain, but on just like some rocks or ground, whatever, and looks like he's getting ready to howl. You've got, I was thinking this is kind of like a creepy little face with the orange back in there, and then the cool gray, and then the black midsole wrapping around. Inside of the shoe is virtually identical to the outside, it's just more of an inside version. I'm sorry, that sounded really stupid. You've got, up here, you've got more leather just kind of wrapping around right there. With a little bit of mesh up here. It's nicely padded. You can see it's pretty thick. It's actually a very comfortable shoe. I was impressed. I don't know that I'll ever ball in these because I kind of like how they look, and I don't like balling in my nice shoes, which I know is silly. I pay all this money for basketball shoes that I just wear. But, it is what it is, whatever. But, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Kobe's, but I really like this shoe. It looks great. So, thanks for watching my video. Post any questions, comments you have. Tell me if you like the Kobe's. Tell me if you don't. Because, I don't really care. Like I said, I personally am not a huge fan of the Kobe's, but to each his own. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later, YouTube.